Papa was right. I should have not taken this credit card. Now, how will I pay the loan? Not again.
Many people use credit card without knowing how to use them properly. They usually buy multiple credit cards and then spend money on unnecessary things using those credit cards only. And then they land themselves into trouble for not being able to pay the money back on time. Hence, they face difficulties, sometimes even dealing with the recovery agents. But to make sure that you don't end up in the similar situation, today in this video, I will tell you how to handle these loan recovery agents, what are your rights that you can practice, and what happens if we don't pay credit card bills. But before that, make sure that you have subscribed to our channel Freedom Money English and download the Freedom app. Hi, I'm your host Ria. So according to our data, over 4,20,000 people in debt problem consider taking their own life in England each year. Though there is no substantial data for India yet, still many people who are unable to pay their credit card bills think of committing suicide. Always remember that credit card is an unsecured loan. This means that there is no collateral backing the loan, because of which the interest rates are usually higher, such as for monthly payment it is somewhere between 2 to 4% and yearly around 24 to 48%. Therefore, don't use a credit card unless you have the capability to pay it back. Well, our education system does not teach these important things, which is why we are never prepared in real life situations. Some people make these mistakes, some learn from them and avoid repeating the same mistakes, while others never realize their mistake and get themselves into the so-called credit card trap. But like it is said, there is always a way out. There are two major ways to come out of any credit card debt. Let us understand this with an example. Let's say you have a credit card with you with a limit of 1 lakh rupee and you have exhausted the full amount. Now you ideally have 45 days time to repay it back to the bank without paying any interest on it. But from the 46th day, your interest starts on that 1 lakh rupee. Now in the first situation, for the repayment of this amount, you have two options. First, paying outstanding due all at once, in this case which is 1 lakh rupees. Second, minimum amount due. This amount depends on your card limit, what card you are using and which bank has issued your card. This amount varies from card to card and bank to bank. In this case, the amount of money is 1 lakh rupees. And let us say minimum amount due is 9,000. Now this 9,000 rupees is actually the amount inclusive of interest plus card charges plus minimum amount payable of that 1 lakh rupee. What happened here is most of us think that we pay 9,000 every month. We will get rid of the outstanding amount, that is 1 lakh in this case. But it does not happen like that. Only very few % of this minimum due will be reducing the outstanding pay, because for the rest of the outstanding amount will keep increasing with further interest and other charges. That is why it is important to note that if you have the capacity to maintain a credit card, then only buy a credit card, which is the capacity of paying the outstanding amount all at once, or else you will get in the credit trap. Now for the second situation, let us assume that you do not have any money to pay this minimum due also. Then what happens? The outstanding due will increase, or at times it get double also. Why? Because interest rate and other charges will be kept on adding to it. After a few days, you might get calls from the bank or the credit card company in order to remind you to pay the outstanding amount. You might ignore the call or block them also, but this will not solve your problem. In fact, this will always increase your chances of losing CIBIL score in the long run. How? Let's understand this. The bank will not call you for the first 45 days. Then after next 30 days, the bank will start approaching to you for the repayment of the money. If you don't pay the money after next 30 days, the bank will hand over your file to the loan recovery agents. They will also first try to reach out to you, can call you, might even come to your home. So, what to do in that situation? Well, for starters, you should know these rights. They can only call you between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. They cannot call you on Sundays. They will need to take permission from you regarding the time and place to meet you, and they cannot contact you at your workplace. They also need to show a bank letter. If you don't pay the money for the next 3 months, then they transfer your account as NPA, which is non-performing asset, and the bank will send you a legal notice. Well, you don't want to get into this trap. So how can you come out of this situation? First, pay in EMI. If you owe 1 lakh over the period of time, let's say it could become 2 lakh due to adding of interest regularly. The principal amount will remain 1 lakh only. Now what you can do is you can ask your bank to convert the total outstanding into an EMI with an interest rate of 18% and then pay the dues. Second option is one-time settlement for a debt of 1 lakh rupee and interest on it. You can request the bank for a one-time settlement. The bank may agree to a settlement for principal amount, that is 1 lakh rupee, and may waive off the interest amount. For this, you need to contact the bank and request the same. Then you can request the bank to pay that 1 lakh in installment without any interest. But remember, this will affect your credit score severely. It will be recorded in your credit report, making it difficult to increase your score quickly or get loans from the other banks in the near future. Even so, it is better than getting into more loans. Now, what are the problems with this one-time settlement option? Some people directly go to the bank or apply for settlement through email, but deal with loan recovery agents for the settlement. These agents might issue fake settlement letters. For example, they may ask you to pay 1 lakh stating it will settle your debt, but they will only clear 50% of the interest, not the principal. They might also issue fake legal notices, and this way you will be stuck in the trap. So my recommendation will be to go for the EMI option if you have no money. Reduce your expenses and investments. Find an additional source of income and pay your EMIs without opting for settlement. That's all, folks. Hope you liked the video and got all your answers. Well, the best way to stay out of this trap is by not getting into it at all. Rest, you are smart to make your choices. Make sure to subscribe to our channel Freedom Money English for more such interesting videos on personal finance. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.